Hello students, welcome to science class. Today we will start chapter 2, that is nutrition in animals. In chapter 1 we discussed about nutrition in plants. Okay, there we learned about the different type of nutrition, how plants they are taking nutrition, autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic also different type of nutritions are there, and also we learned about the photosynthesis process. So what do you mean by photosynthesis process? Plants can prepare their own food by the process which is named as photosynthesis. Recall photosynthesis. Here, photosynthesis process, recall this, how plants they take sunlight from sun and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, okay, and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and they absorb water and mineral from the soil, okay. After that, on leaf they transport all these things and they prepare, in chlorophyll they prepare oxygen and carbohydrate or sugar, okay. Oxygen they give up to the atmosphere, and carbohydrate or sugar they are using there as their food. So this process is known as the photosynthesis process. But animals can't make photosynthesis process, okay. We depends on plants to take food. Just like some animals, plants also depends on other plants, okay, that we learned about chapter 1, okay. Now recall that the all organisms including humans require food for growth. Yes, we are requiring food for what? For growth, repair and functioning of the body. Animal nutrition include nutrient requirement, mode of take of food and its utilization of the body, okay. So what do you mean by nutrition? Nutrition means taking food and utilize in the body, okay. So you know the students, there are many components, okay, which consist the food. So this is the given chart. You have started in class 6 that food consists of many components, okay. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, what are these components? So what are these components? The component are, you know, say vitamins, then fats, then protein, carbohydrate, water and roughage. These are the 6 components of food. Again I am saying vitamins, minerals, water, roughage, carbohydrate, protein and fat. These are the components of food, okay. The component of food such as carbohydrate and complex substance, these complex substance cannot be utilized as such, so they are broken. The food which we are taking, the chapati, then rice, then vegetables and fruits, okay. So in this food, carbohydrates they are, protein they are, fats they are, but these all are the complex food. These are all the complex food and they are broken down into simpler substance, okay. These complex food need to broken down, okay, in simpler form. The breakdown of complex component, the breakdown of complex component of food into simpler form is known as the digestion. So what do you mean by digestion? Here take out the definition. Here the breakdown of complex component of food into simpler substance is called the digestion. That means the food which you are taking, chapati, sabji, then rice or another what, bread, anything what you are taking, that in are complex food, okay. So it need to digest. So this is the process, complex to simpler substance, okay. It needs to broken. This is known as digestion. Okay. Our next topic is what? Different ways of taking food. Okay. Next one is different ways of taking food. The mode of taking food into the body varies in different organisms. Yes, just like we are cooking the vegetables, then we are taking it. Okay, but animals, cow, then buffaloes, they can take directly the vegetables. Okay, they can digest it, no problem. But we can't. Bees and hummingbirds suck the nectar. Okay, bees and hummingbird, what they are taking food by sucking. Okay, infant of human and many other animals feed on mother's milk. Snacks, you know, snacks, they simply one snack simply it swallows the frog. Okay, so snacks like python swallows the animals they prey upon. Okay, easily they can swallow any food. Okay, but we can't. Some aquatic animals filter tiny food particles floating nearby and feed upon them. Okay, the animals which living in water, they are known as the aquatic animals, and they are taking the small food particles which is floating on the water. Okay, here one activity is given, activity 2.1. What is the given? Name of the animal, kind of food, mode of feeding. Okay. Okay student, this is the activity which is given in your book. Name of the animal. Okay, what is the name of the animal? First one is snail. Snail is taking what? Grass. This is known as mode of feeding is chewing. Okay, next one, ant. So ant is taking what? Insect. So they are scraping the food. Their mode of feeding known as scraping. Next one, eagle. You know eagle, they are taking the flesh of the animals. Okay, they are taking the flesh and they are swallowing. This mode of feeding is known as swallowing. Then hummingbird, just like insect, they are also taking food from nectar. Okay, and it is known as sucking. Then lice, you know lice, which is present somebody in head, in into the that one hair. Okay, they are sucking blood. Okay, then mosquito, they are also sucking. So their mode of feeding is known as sucking and their kind of food is blood. Then butterfly, their kind of food is nectar and mode of feeding is sucking. Housefly, they are taking always decaying matter and that mode of feeding is known as brewing. Okay, so this is the chart given in your book. Next in your book, amazing fact is given. So what do you mean by amazing fact? Here given, starfish feeds on animals covered by hard cells of calcium carbonate. Okay, so any food, starfish, they are taking the food which are covered by the hard cells, just like snails. Okay, that one. After opening the cell, the starfish pops out its stomach through its mouth. Okay, from there they pops out its stomach. Okay, and also that time pops out its stomach through its mouth to eat the soft animal inside that cell. Okay, in any food which suppose this is food and inside the soft food is there. Okay, so these soft food are taken by the stomach of the snail. Okay, this yellow color soft food, and how they are taking the stomach through it and soft animal inside the cells. The stomach then goes back into the body. Okay, then this stomach again goes back into the body and the food is slowly digested, then it will mix into its blood. Okay, this is how starfish, they are taking food. Okay, next one is very interesting and very important topic is digestion in human beings. Okay, so next part we'll discuss in digestion in human beings. Already I told digestion means to convert the complex substance into simpler substance, or to break the complex food into simpler food is known as the digestion process. Now we'll discuss about the digestion in humans. Okay, we take in food through the mouth and digest and utilize it. Yes, we are taking the food and it is digested, then the food are utilized by us. The unused part of the food are defecated. Okay, have you ever wondered what happens to the food inside the body? You know, students, what happen when you are taking food inside your body? Okay, the food passes, very important line, the food passes through a continuous canal which begins at the buccal cavity and ends at the anus. Okay, so the digestion process is done in our body, from in which the food passes through a continuous canal which begins at the buccal cavity and ends at the anus. Here I will show you the diagram. Here look at the diagram. Okay, this is our mouth, right? So digestion process start from mouths, and after that it completed in a full canal, buccal, then food pipe, then stomach. I will tell all things. Then at last it is completed. This full canal is known as the alimentary canal. What is this? Alimentary canal. Okay, here. So that you underline the food through a continuous canal which begins at the buccal cavity and ends with the anus. The canal can be divided into various components. Okay, the buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and the anus. Is it not a very long path? Yes, it is a very long path. Okay, now only I showed you the diagram. Okay, these parts together from alimentary canal. Okay, these full parts together known as alimentary canal or digestive tract. The food component gradually get digested as food travels through the various compartments. Okay, that means when the food enters from through our mouth, okay, it started digested from the mouth, and when it passes, simply it digested passes, that's way it will go through whole alimentary canal. Okay, and the and the various gland, okay, just like organs and some glands, various glands, they are also helping to digestive system. So these glands are salivary glands, liver and pancreas. Okay, what does it do? They secrete digestive juices. And these digestive juices convert the complex substance into simpler ones. Okay, understood what I told? What the food which you are taking or which we are taking, that food is passes through full digestive system or alimentary canal, just from mouth to, then from at first mouth, then that is then food pipe. This is the food pipe or esophagus. Okay, then it will go stomach, then small intestine, then large intestine, then undigested food comes out by anus. Okay, and with this organ some glands are that one, first one is salivary glands. Okay, second one is liver, and third one is pancreas. Okay, these three glands, salivary glands, liver and pancreas, they secrete the digestive juice. Okay, so what is the work of digestive juice? This digestive juice help the convert complex substance to simple substance. Okay, the digestive juice convert complex substance of the food into simpler substance. Okay, now let us know what happened to the food in different part of the digestive tract. Okay, now we will know what about happening when you are taking in any food. Okay, first one is our digestive system. Okay, start from our mouth. So we'll start from the digestive system from our mouth. Okay, food is taken into the body through the mouth. The process of taking of food in the body is called ingestion. So what do you mean by ingestion? Okay, the food taking it in our body. Okay, the food which you are taking in your body, this process is known as the ingestion. Okay, which by which you are taking the food? By mouth. We are taking food by our mouth. Then what we are doing? We chew the food and teeth with the teeth and break it down mechanically into small pieces. Okay, when you are taking any food by your mouth, okay, this is your mouth. Okay, then what you are doing that time you are chewing the food with the help of teeth. Okay, and at the same time from your tongue salivary glands are there. Okay, these salivary glands secrete juice. This salivary gland secrete juice and it makes the food soft. Okay, thus the digestive juice, the saliva secrete from the salivary gland, it makes the food soft and teeth is helping to breaking the food. Okay, and from salivary gland one also amylase digestive juice is secret. Okay, so this digestive juice help the break the carbohydrate food. That means digestion of carbohydrate food start from our mouth. Okay, that means digestion of carbohydrate food start from our mouth. Okay, so students, again recall what I told. The food which you are taking in your body is known as ingestion. Okay, and the food which you are taking into your mouth, that food are broken by your teeth. Okay, and the food is soft due to the salivary gland saliva. Okay, and salivary gland secretes also what? One digestive juice. This digestive juice name is amylase. What does it work? It break the carbohydrate food. Here break means digest. It start the digest of carbohydrate food. So the digestive system start from our mouth and carbohydrate food started digestion from our mouth also. Okay, then what happened? Then tongue is a fleshy muscular organ attached at the back to the floor of the buccal cavity. Yes, and it is free at the front, can be moved in all direction. Now check your tongue is moving in all direction or not? Moving now? Yes. Do you know the function of the tongue? What is the function of tongue? We use our tongue for talking. Yes. Besides, it mixes saliva with the food. During chewing, inhales in swallows food. Okay. When saliva mix with our food, then after that we swallows the food with the help of tongue. Okay, and with the help of tongue we also taste food. The food is tasty, the food is salty or sweety or sour, everything are tasted by tongue. It has how taste? because in our tongue there are some taste buds, okay, that detect the different taste of the food. Okay, so after swallows the food is going, the food is going in where? The food is going in the food pipe. Okay, the swallow's food passes into the food pipe or esophagus. This pipe is known as the food pipe or esophagus. Look at the diagram here. Look at the diagram. Okay, how the food, okay, this is the food here, this is the food, how the food is passes, the food is passes through the food pipe by contraction and extraction, okay, and our food pipe is made by muscles, so this food is coming by contraction and extension, okay, and the food reach into our stomach, this is known as stomach. But food is pushed down by movement of the walls of the food pipe. It is told by me that food is pushed down by the movement of the food pipe. Then the movement takes place throughout the alimentary canal. This movement takes place full alimentary canal. Just in a food pipe, stomach, then small intestine, then large intestine. In every organ, in digestive organ, food passes through the movement. Okay. At times the food is not accepted but our stomach is vomited out. Okay, if you overeating, that means you are taking food which are not needed, that what happened, that time your stomach is already full, then what happened, vomit. Okay, recall the instances when you vomited after eating and think of the reason for it. Yes, you think what is the reason for vomiting? Overeating. Reason for our vomiting is overeating. Here the cause, recall the instances when you vomited after eating and think of the reason. Okay, after eating you vomited, then means what happened? Overeating. Maybe another time some acidity or gases or dehydration you can vomit. Okay, next our organ is stomach. Okay, the stomach is a thick walled bag. Its shape is like a flattened U and it is the widest part of the alimentary canal. Okay, so after esophagus or after food pipe, food goes into the where? Stomach. How? What is the shape of stomach? Flattened U or J shape also. It receives food from the food pipe at one end, opens into the small intestine. So, I will show you diagram. Wait, the in stomach, two ends are there. First end attached to the food pipe and the another end attached to the small intestine. The inner lining of the stomach secrete mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juice. Okay, so inside the stomach in wall, what is there? Mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juice are secreted by the walls of the stomach. The mucus, here that you should know, mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juice. The mucus protect the lining of the mucus. What is the function of mucus? Mucus protect the lining of the stomach. And the acid, what is the function of hydrochloric acid? The acid kills many bacteria that entered along with the food. Okay, so maybe any bacteria are eaten by you, but that time these bacteria are killed by the acid we secrete from our stomach. That makes the medium in the stomach acidic. Okay, when the food enter in our stomach, then stomach makes the food acidic. Okay, the digestive juice break down the protein into the simpler substance. Okay, so in our stomach, which food break down? Protein. Which food break down? Protein. Okay, so that proteins are break down with the help of digestive juice which is secret in our stomach. Okay, students, recall what happened once again again. When the food enters into a food pipe, this pipe is known as the food pipe. Okay, and food is going through the food pipe by contraction and extraction method. Okay, and then food entered stomach. This is known as the stomach. Okay, so here given this is known as stomach. And okay, then the food pipe in stomach. Okay, two tubes are there, one is attached in food pipe, another is attached to the small intestine. Okay, here look at the stomach, another part is used in attached in small intestine. Okay, these are the two parts. Now what happen in when the food enters in our stomach, from the stomach walls, this is the walls of the stomach, which secrete hydrochloric acid, digestive juice and mucus. Okay, which are secreted by stomach? Hydrochloric acid, digestive juice and mucus. Now what are the function of this? Mucus protects the stomach from the acid. Okay, and hydrochloric acid mix the food, and if any bacteria are eaten by you, then it is killed by the hydrochloric acid. And last one, what is the function of digestive juice which secrete in stomach? It digest or it break down the protein. So in our mouth, carbohydrate breakdown, in stomach protein breakdown. Okay, already two breakdown over. Then this acidic food, acidic why? Because hydrochloric acid already mixed in stomach. So this acidic food next it will go in our small intestine. Now what happened in small intestine? Look at this. Okay, student, next one is small intestine. The small intestine is highly coiled, is about 7.5 meter long. Oh my god, it is coiled. Small intestine is highly coiled and it is 7.5 meter long. Students, are you imagining 7.5? This means how much long it is. Okay, it is in your stomach, it is in your alimentary canal only. Okay, it receives secretion from the liver and the pancreas. Besides its walls also secrete juices. Okay, small intestine receive the juices or digestive juices from where? From liver, and also it secrete the juice. The liver is a reddish brown gland situated in the upper part of the abdomen on right side. Okay, it is the very important, underline that one. Largest gland of our body is the liver. Okay, liver secrete bile juice. Okay, but this juice stored in another sac, it is known as gallbladder. Okay, the bile plays an important role for the digestion of fats. The pancreas is a large cream colored gland located just below the stomach. Then another gland which is present below the stomach, the name of the gland is pancreas. What does it work? It secretes pancreatic juice. And what is the function of pancreatic juice? It breaks the carbohydrate protein. Okay. Next, what given? The partly digested food now reaches the lower part of the small intestine, where the intestinal juice complete the digestion of all components of the food. The carbohydrate gets broken into glucose, fat, carbohydrate broken into the sugar or glucose, fat broken into fatty acid, and proteins breaks into amino acid. Okay student, now recall the what happens in small intestine. Okay, look at this. This is the small intestine. Okay, small intestine written here. So this small intestine, its length is 7.5 meter. What is the length? 7.5 meter. Okay, and this much big long tube is present inside our body in alimentary canal, but it is just like coil. Okay, just like coil wise. So that's why we can't imagine that much big. Okay, so what is the function of the small intestine? Okay, after stomach, that food from the food, okay, here acidic food, okay, and here protein also some digested. This food will go into the where? Small intestine. Okay, small intestine secrete digestive juice. Okay, but it receive another digestive juice from liver. Okay, but what is the function of liver? This is the liver. Wait. This is the liver. Okay, so where it present? Liver is present in our abdomen on the right side. This is the right side. Okay, and it is the largest gland in our body. Okay, and the color of the liver is reddish brown. What I told, the liver is a reddish brown gland. Where it is situated? It is situated in our upper part of the abdomen on the right side. Okay, and liver is the largest gland in our body. Okay, students, and what does it work? Liver secrete the bile juice. Liver secrete the bile juice. Liver secrete the bile juice. Okay, and this bile juice, okay, are secreted by the liver, but this juice stored in gallbladder. This is the gallbladder. Okay, so here which juice are there? Bile juice. Bile. Okay, this bile juice secreted by the liver, but it is stored in gallbladder. From gallbladder, small intestine receive the bile juice. Okay, and what is the function of bile juice? Bile juice help to digestion in fat. Bile juice help to digestion in fat, and it happens in our body in small intestine. How complicated. Okay, then we'll talk about another gland. This is known as pancreas. Students, look at this. This is the pancreas gland. Where it is situated? It is situated just below the stomach. This is your stomach, and just below the stomach, what is there? Yellow color gland. This is yellow color gland. This yellow color gland is known as the what? Pancreas. This is known as pancreas. What is the function of pancreas? Pancreas secrete also digestive juice. Okay, and it helps to digest all type of food: carbohydrate, protein, fat. So carbohydrate, protein, fat, these food are digested by pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice. It is secreted from pancreas, but it is received by small intestine. Okay, then this digested food in small intestine, okay, it reaches up at the end part of the small intestine. Here look at this yellow color. This is the end part of the small intestine. How I am understanding this is the end part of small intestine? Because large intestine started from here blue color. Okay, So this is the large intestine. So yellow color, this portion is the what? End part of the small intestine. So the digestive food, half digested food or partly digested food, when reach at the end of the small intestine, what happen here? It completes the digestion of all component of the food. Okay. What food? Here carbohydrate, then some food broken. Carbohydrate broken into glucose, fat broken into fatty acid or glycerol, and proteins breaks into amino acid. Now the food which we are taking, okay, they are not just like that, they converted into simpler form. Okay, carbohydrate form into glucose, fat form into fatty acid and glycerol, and protein breaks into amino acid. Okay, so students, our ingestion, that means taking food by mouth, ingestion over, then our digestion also completed in stomach and small intestine. Now next is absorption. Next one is absorption. Okay, absorption in small intestine. So what is this? The digested food can now pass into the blood vessels in the walls of the intestine. This process is called absorption. So student, here you will learn the definition of absorption. What is the definition? The digested food can now pass into the blood vessel in the wall of the intestine. This process is called the absorption. These inner walls of the small intestine have thousands of finger-like outgrowths. These are called the villi. So what do you mean by villi? Here, suppose this is the tube-like small intestine. Okay, this is not just like small. Okay, and here from the inner wall of the small intestine, just finger-like, okay, finger-like outgrowths are there. These outgrowths are known as the what? Villi. Okay, and what does it work? They absorb the digested food. When carbohydrate break into sugar, fat break into fatty acid, and protein break into amino acid, these, that is glucose, fatty acid and amino acid, that are absorbed by the villi. Okay, so villi, there are how many villi are there? Thousands. There are thousands villi are there, and they are absorbing the what? Digested food. Okay. The absorbed substance, then these absorbed substance are transported through the blood vessels to different organs of our body. Okay, and this is known as assimilation. So what do you mean by assimilation? After absorption, that means after food when absorbed by villi and blood vessels, then these food are transported in our body different part. Okay, this process is known as assimilation. So assimilation definition you will write from here. The absorbed substances are transported via blood vessel to the different organ of the body where they are used to build complex substance such as the protein required by the body. This is known as assimilation. Okay. Then after assimilation, what happened? In the cells, glucose breaks down in the help of oxygen into the carbon dioxide, oxide and water, and energy is released. The food that remains undigested and unabsorbed then enters into the large intestine. Then what happened? Assimilation. In assimilation, glucose breaks down into carbon dioxide, water and energy. So students, the energy which we are getting to do any work, that energy we are getting through the assimilation. But before assimilation, absorption need, before absorption, digestion need, before digestion, ingestion need. So that are the process which are happening in our body. Okay, the food that then the undigested food then that will passes or enters in the large intestine. Then large intestine, what happen in large intestine? The undigested food which is passed enters the large intestine. Large intestine is the wider, shorter than small intestine. Its length is how much? 1.5 meter. Okay. And the remaining waste passes into the rectum and remains there as semi-solid feces. The fecal matter is removed through the anus from time to time. This is called egestion. So the undigested food when passed through the large intestine, and this is passes through the large intestine and through the anus it is removed. This process is known as egestion. Okay. So students, after absorption, then what happened when some projectile like villi are there? Okay. Some projectile villi are present on the walls of the small intestine. They are absorbing the food. This process is known as absorption, and then this food passes through by blood vessels in our body, transported in other part of the body. This process is known as assimilation. And then undigested food, okay, this enter in the small intestine. This is known as the small intestine. Okay, undigested food pass into the large intestine. Okay, this is the wider and shorter than the small intestine. Its length is how much? 1.5 meter. Then from large intestine the undigested food or feces, okay, semi solid feces, it is removed by anus. This is known as, okay, this is known as anus. The undigested food removed from by the anus. This process is known as egestion. What do you mean it? Egestion. Okay, so taking food by mouth is known as ingestion. Okay, then food passes through the stomach, through the food pipe, then it will go stomach, then it completed its digestion in small intestine, then digestion. Then in small intestine the digested food are absorbed by the villi or blood vessels. This is known as absorption. Then this food then this digested food transported all different part, all different organ in our body. It is known as assimilation. Okay, assimilation. Then this food, undigested food, will go into the large intestine and through the anus removed. It is known as egestion. So our human digestive system now complete. Okay, I have tried to all things explain. You read the textbook and watch the video, and some portion our left in this chapter next day I will discuss. Okay, okay students, today up to this much. Bye bye.